to have you on this evening.
Well, thanks. Unfortunately, we're speaking about something very somber this evening.
Great. Now, Sam, Minister Cele yesterday presented the crime statistics covering the period between October and December 2020. So to start with, can you just give us some highlights on which crimes increased or decreased within this said period?
As you've mentioned, we've had a 6.6% increase in murder. But above these, we've also had aggravated robberies, such as carjacking, increased by 7%. 77 more residential robberies in the month of October to December 2020. So we're really looking at the 3-month period when the lockdown was going on till date. But we do see some relief for business owners with 374 less businesses robbed during this time. Unfortunately, our trucking industry has suffered significantly with our courier vans targeted for their cargo, which is usually food, appliances, and other price goods.
Now, Sam, South Africa has had, some recording high levels of crime. So what solutions has government presented, if at all, to curb this?
We haven't had any concrete solutions, unfortunately. The address by the minister yesterday only really highlighted that accountability must be prioritized, that the SAPS, the South African Police Services, must change its response to cash in transit robberies, and that the current plan in place is not working. That's the underlying message. And you will ask then, well, what is the underlying plan? And currently the underlying plan has been adherence to COVID restrictions versus the real overall systematic issue, which is crime in general in SA. So what we have is a commitment for more accountability. What we do not have is a clear plan.
Now, another area of interest, Sam, especially during this COVID period, is the impact of lockdowns on domestic violence. So was there any significant difference to previous years concerning GBV cases?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that we do notice is that Mpumalanga province recorded the highest increase of 13.7% when corresponding to the previous period in terms of gender-based violence. And this is quite concerning because, one, Mpumalanga is not a central business district, neither is it a highly large industrial region, but it's seeing an outburst of gender-based violence, meaning that we're seeing gender-based violence where there is a correlation with no employment opportunities, with increasing effects of COVID. I'd say people are not able to get jobs because of COVID-related layoffs, etc. So we're seeing that gender-based violence is correlating specifically with where employment is not increasing. So we're seeing that there's a different correlation, and the minister needs to address this because it means that our efforts in general need to be well-rounded and addressing all sorts of concerns beyond just crime in general.
Well, Sam, thank you so much for keeping us posted on that, but is there anything else you'd love to add on?
I think that we have been addressing COVID regulation adherence, and this is great. But the major thing that we need to address is that crime is systematic. It's beyond just whether people are adhering to COVID restrictions, but it's also what is the government doing to supplement or help individuals stay above their employment issues, and that is where we find violence surging, where there's issues of employment.
All right, Sam, thank you so much for your time.